So, guys, good evening to everybody. How's everybody doing? You already know who is talking. My name remains Rodi. So, as you join me, like and share this program. Nah, man, I'm so tired. If I tell you how tired I am, you will not believe it. I'm so tired. You will not understand. Man, I did not actually want to come live this evening, but because of the news coming out from Africa, I then decided to go live. Just because of the news, disturbing news coming out from especially Nigeria. I told you guys I'm not going to stop until there is peace in Nigeria and other African countries. Yes, I told you guys. So now if you see the kind of headache I'm having, and I have behavior of not, do I say behavior, habit of not drinking water in winter period, winter time. Because the weather is cold and but in summer I drink a lot, but during winter, man, if you see the kind of headache I'm having, you will not believe it. Wamu, this name is very difficult to pronounce. And it is also important you give yourself, what's it called? Simple names that one can pronounce. Easy names. Like my name is Rodi. Kelvin, today is asking today's topic. He did not greet me, he did not greet the people. He said, what's today's topic? You did not share, you didn't like, wow. Cool chat. Yes, so I bought this shirt when I was making money, back in the days. When I was making money. Some call it old glory, but my glory will not be old. My glory will continue to be up to date. I cannot say I cannot refer the things I bought back in the days as old glory. My glory is still. Julian asked, are you not making money now? If I tell you the amount of money I made 20 something years ago, you'll be shocked. The amount of money I made, like 1,500. King face, take it easy now. King face. I don't want to, say that your comment. I don't want people to hear that comment. That comment is too tribalistic. No, I'm not tribalistic. I don't hate any tribe. No, I'm not. And this is the problem we have in Africa. I don't hate no tribe. Don't understand me? Please, you need to refrain from hating anybody. You cannot say a whole tribe is wicked. Do you understand me? So, when you say a whole tribe is wicked, you are wrong. In every tribe, there are good and bad people. That's how I see this life. In every tribe, there are good and bad people. You get the point now. And, okay, let me read what the King Face wrote. King Face said, Yoruba is a wicked tribe. That was the comment on YouTube. And King Face, I want you to learn from me now this evening. Listen attentively. A Yoruba man or woman may be your destiny helper. A Yoruba man or woman may save your life. If not your life, maybe your children's life, or maybe if you are a woman, I don't know if you are a man, a Yoruba person might save your wife's life, might give your children the connection they need in life. You understand me? You understand me? I'm on YouTube. Fatty boy, I'm on YouTube. Do you understand me? So don't you hate any tribe? Let me tell you. Do you want me to share a story with you guys? Okay, I'm going to share this program. I am on YouTube. Maybe you did not get notification. Now listen to me attentively. Because of this comment you made, I'm going to share this story with you guys. Now share this program. I'm having headache, but after this program, I'm going to drink a lot of water. So, after listening to this story, you will stop hating on any tribe. You can have dislike for a person, but not a whole tribe, not a whole race. Listen attentively. I do not know where you are watching me from. I don't know if you've traveled around the world. I'm a traveler. If you are a traveler, you will know that one net in number. And everywhere you go, you meet good people. And those good people you meet are not your family members. I want to say it categorically. The good people you meet are not going to be your family members, and they are not going to be your tribesmen. Now listen to what Kingface wrote, his comment. He said, Yoruba destroyed his shop. Till now, he has not recovered. Listen attentively. This was the comment. He said, Yoruba destroyed his shop. Until now, he has not recovered. The shop you are talking about, you know, some people go build houses. I need to look at the other side of the coin. Some people go build houses where they are not supposed to build houses. For instance, before you buy any property, any land, make sure that that land is free from government acquisition. People don't check these things. Before you buy any land, make sure that that land is free from government acquisition. That land is freehold. That government is not government land. Before you buy any shop, you make sure that that shop you are buying is not built or was not built on government land. That shop wasn't built on government land. Man, you see, this thing you are saying now, apart from this story now, these things I'm telling you, it is important whenever you want to invest, go back to your region. Whenever you want to invest, go back to your region, go back to your home state and invest, because Africans have a way they think. Man, I like looking at both sides of the coin. Do you understand me? This is, yes, people make mistakes. You understand me? In their investments, you invest wrongly, you buy government land and build houses or some story plenty. But you see, in your home state, nobody can intimidate you. In your home state, nobody can oppress you. Do not take because your shop was destroyed and say the whole Yoruba people are bad. No, it is not. Let me give you share a story with you so that you can. Somebody said, Seromi said, you are two here. If you like, be 1 million. I might have 1 million viewers and nobody might be, even if nobody watches, the party must go on. Whether people are watching or not, I run my program. That's me. Whether people are watching or not, I run my program. So let's go. If you've not traveled, if you haven't traveled, you will not know how life is. Let me tell you, all the breakthrough I've had in life, all the breakthrough I have had in life did not come from, most of the, 90% of the breakthrough I got in life did not come from my family members, number one. Number two, did not come from my tribesmen. Are you getting my point? Did not, all the success I've had, achievements I've had in life, did not come from my tribesmen. So I want you to be blind to tribe. That is, do not hate on any tribe. Let's go. Let me give you a story. Let me give you a short story so that you learn. When I arrived Cairo in early 90s, listen to this gist, listen to this story. Perchance I see you. When I arrived Cairo in early 90s, I've told you guys the story. The guy I traveled with returned back home after 10 days. The guy I traveled with returned back home after 10 days or thereabouts. Not about 10 days. So he said he wanted to do business. So he purchased chandelier lights, chandelier lamps, and carried it back home, carried the lights back home. And he left me without any money. He left me, you know what? Without money. So he went back and promised to come back because the guy that deceived him to go buy that chandelier light told him immediately he reaches his home country that chandelier lamps or light was a hot cake. He was going to sell it instantly and make money and come back to Cairo. So this guy told me that in the next 1 week or 10 days, he would be back to Cairo, and then we continue with our journey, Obodo Ibo journey, our abroad journey. So I did not know, because if that guy had told me that he wanted, no, he was deceived. The people that we lived in the same flat with, manipulated him. But let's continue. So now guess what? After the guy left, 10 days as the original plan was to travel abroad. After the guy returned back, bought these lights and returned back to his home country, I was left without 1 cent. I wouldn't tell you lie, I was left without 1 Egyptian pound. $1, I was left without it. So then, because I was new in Cairo, I did not know how to survive as a young man then. So they made me an errand boy. I was the person going to do shopping. I'll go to the supermarkets nearby, go buy things like, what's it called? Tomatoes, chicken, and other things. You know what I mean now? So I was like the errand boy. Because I wasn't contributing money for feeding. I wasn't contributing money to pay the rent, you know. So Since I wasn't bringing money, contributing money for feeding and house rent, so I was younger then. So they made me the errand boy. That is, I was the person going to buy food and cooking too. I cooked at times, most of the times. Now that was aware of. So, and I was grateful, self, that they allowed me to live in their house and even eat free food. Do you understand what I mean? So one day, there was one guy, if I remember the name, I will tell you. If I remember the name, I will tell you. So one day, one guy, like, let's say, the head of the apartment, now sent me to go buy chicken and tomato one afternoon. I was sent to go buy chicken and tomato and rice. I appreciate you. I did not even see the person that sent that. So now listen. As I went to go buy that chicken and tomato, after buying the chicken and tomato, on my way home, I saw one black man. The man saw me and smiled. Pay attention. The man saw me and smiled. So we exchanged greetings, like, hello, how are you doing? You know, things like that. Now the man asked me where I came from. I told him. He asked me what I was doing in Cairo. I now narrated to the man exactly what happened. That my intention was to travel abroad. And the guy I came with returned back home, leaving me stranded. Now the man said, really? Now I told the man everything, how my exact situation in Cairo. Now the man said he went on vacation in Israel. Tourism. He was touring, he toured Israel, he went to see some historical places in Israel. And then I came to Egypt too, to come see the pyramids and other things, according to the stories written in the Bible. So now he came to Egypt to see, important places. That was what he told me. So now, after our introduction, after we had introduced ourselves, and then I told the man my problem. Guess what? The man said, Roddy, because you are honest, he said, your problem is over. He said he liked how honest I am, that I did not hide anything. I was just down to earth. I told him exactly my situation and why I came to Cairo. The man told me that my problem then is over. And guess what? Listen, this is why you shouldn't be a tribalist. That is, you shouldn't, hate any tribe. You shouldn't be, what's the right word for it now? Condemn an entire tribe. Guess what which tribe the man came from? The man was a Yoruba man. Listen attentively. The man was a Yoruba man, and when he saw me in Cairo, he considered me a brother. Hold on, listen attentively. When the man saw me in Cairo, he considered me a brother. Now listen. So, the man said I should go to where he was staying. I escorted him, and the man asked for my telephone number, where he could reach me. I gave him a telephone number of a neighbor. We then did not have any land phone, any house phone, where we lived in our flat. So if you want to receive international call, any call, you go to where other African people were living then. So now I gave him the telephone number of where some other of my friends were living. The man said, on so date, he gave me the date and day he was going to call me. That was when he returned back to Europe. Now, when the man returned back to Europe, on the day he said he was going to call me, this man called me and asked me, he said, look at what the man said. He said he was going to be paying my rent and then my feeding. My rent, my flat rent and my feeding. But I should gather other guys so that we form Christian fellowship in Cairo. Guess what? Then he asked me how to receive money. Back then, there was a way we received money. I don't need to make advertisement for that company. I gave him then the money, how everybody received money then in Cairo. Guess what? A day after, the man sent me $500 to pay rent, light bill, and to have enough to eat. Then that $500 was big money. Now, this man who wasn't from my tribe, who just saw me, you understand me? Who just saw me, continued to send me $500, sometimes $600, sometimes $450 every month. Somebody I've never met before. I don't know him. I don't, only because he saw me in Cairo. I listen to me. This man paid my rent, my feeding for 13 months. Hold on. Not only that, he sent Italians, missionary people, that's Christian, how do I call it? If you know how many times Italians came with money, with gift items to come visit us, they flew from Italy to come visit us. I rented 4-bedroom flats. When they came with wares, gift items. They made sure we were comfortable. I mean, some other Europeans were coming. At a time when they discovered I wanted to leave Europe, I wanted to come to Europe, guess what? They sent me, these Italians sent me, even with that man, the man knew all what was going on. They sent me invitation letter to travel to come to Europe, to travel to Italy. Now guess what? The three of them, the three Italians, took me to Italian embassy in Cairo. When we reached there, they said they want to take me to Italy. When we reached there, nice, if you see something, before they came, they sent me invitation letter. They forwarded it to even Italian embassy in Cairo. They came with a copy. When we reached there, they said they wanted to give me visa to travel, but I did not have residence permit in Cairo. I wasn't having residence permit. I was illegal. I wasn't having any, visa that allows me to live in Cairo. That was what spoiled that move. Do you understand me? That was what spoiled that move. But then, for a period of 13 months, these people were paying my rent and my feeding. Not only me, we were like 8 guys in the same flat. You see, after 13 months, I met another person. The story is too long. Now look at why I'm telling you this story. You see, the man I met who volunteered to help me wasn't from my tribe. I seen it. You see, if you haven't traveled, you wouldn't know how this life, goes, or how this life, is. I've met people that are not from my tribe who did me great favor. From other countries. That is from other countries, from Cameroon, from Liberia, from Tanzania, Nigeria, What are you talking? So in life, do not condemn any particular tribe. Say this tribe is bad. Members of this tribe is bad because of a particular experience you've got. This is why some people, listen attentively, this is why some people vow not to marry a woman or a man from another tribe. That is, you hate a particular tribe and you vow not to marry a woman from that tribe or a man from that tribe. But that was wrong. That is wrong. That is completely wrong. I know so many people who are tribalistic in nature. That is, they don't want to have anything to do with other tribes. They went to Africa and married somebody from their village. Now, the story, they unalived themselves. Yes, I know people who went to marry, they married somebody from their tribe. Guess what? They all unalived themselves. Fight. See, this evening, I spoke with my friend on telephone for about 2 hours. Now, I spoke with my friend at old school for about 2 or 3 hours on telephone. Now, this my friend was married to an European woman for a very long time. After a while, the woman said she wants out. She wants to divorce. And they divorced. That was my friend's experience. He became bitter. How come a woman he brought up? Yes, he brought the woman up, made the woman who she is today, and the woman disappointed him. But there are also other European women who never disappointed. There are also other European women who are married to black people. They are in interracial marriage, and they are loyal to their husband. Do you understand what I mean? So, in whatever you do, now let me tell you. I just told you guys I spent 13 years in Cairo, early 90s. Now listen, when I secured visa to travel to Budapest, I did not know where to stay in Budapest. It was one guy from Edo State. He wasn't my friend. I got a visa to travel to. The guy, just a casual friend that we usually greet, we are not so close. This is why you should be kind to people you meet on your way up, because you might meet them on your way down. Yes, sometimes when you see somebody, smile and wave at the person. Don't make enemies. When I got visa to travel to Hungary, my concern then was where to stay. I don't know anybody in Budapest, but because then I was young and ambitious, determined to sort things out by myself, I said, when I reach the bridge, I'm gonna cross it. So 2 days before my departure, our telephone rang. We lived in different places. The guy said, he wanted to talk to Rudy. I picked telephone. The guy said, he asked if I was at home. I said, yes. The guy came. As the guy came, the guy said he has contact of where I could stay in Budapest. He wrote an address, and then the guy gave me the name of the person where I was to stay. I thanked him. So I saved the address with me. Guess what? When I reached Budapest, I headed exactly to that address. And that was where I stayed for a month before I left Budapest. Before I left Budapest. These two guys, a lot of people, both the Yoruba man, the Edo man, Europeans, they are not from my tribe, but they played important role in my life. They contributed in making me who I am today. They contributed in making my journey a success. The story is plenty. So this is why you shouldn't hate any tribe, or because you shouldn't hate anybody because of the tribe the person, come from, or the country the person come from. Don't hate anybody's race or even religion. Don't. Forget about this thing. Well, I don't want to go deeper. I am telling you this story because somebody said Yoruba people are wicked. You don't say something like that. You cannot condemn. Now listen attentively. Yoruba is how many million? Yorubas are many. There are millions of Yoruba people. There are millions of Igbo people. There are millions of other tribes in Africa, Asia, and other things. How can you say that an entire tribe is bad? That's not right. That's not right. Men, I've met, if you know how this life is, you wouldn't say that I've met racist people. I've met bad people, racist people. Lifted said they are bad. They are not. They are not. I cannot tell you that Yorubas are bad. So what's it called? Impression, that idea that these people does not like you, they are bad. I don't agree with it. Your opinion is different from mine because I'm a traveler and I've seen life. I don't agree with it. Even you cannot tell me that Hausas are bad. The environment you live in shapes your mindset. The environment you live in shapes your mindset. I cannot agree that a whole tribe is bad. Do you understand me? You understand me? So, this is my own opinion. I'm a traveler. I've seen people. I've seen life. Do you understand what I mean? Let me share a story with you before let me share a story with you before we continue with this. Listen attentively. I've shared this story, but I'm going to repeat it again before we continue with our evening topic. Share this program. I told you guys I drove taxi for many years in the past. Yes, I drove taxi for many years. Here in Europe, before you start driving taxi, you need to have driver's license, and you need to have taxi shine, that is taxi license. And you need to go to school. You need to go to school for it. It's not, you don't just carry taxi and be driving people up and down. It is one of the hardest exam I've ever sat in my life. Taxi. Let me tell you, to get taxi license back when I drove taxi, you need to know all the streets in Vienna. The district, do you know what is called blind plan? The story is too much. So I went to school. I went to taxi school. When it was time for examination, listen attentively. Listen attentively. When it was time for exam, the first day I went in for the exam. It was at Schwarzenberger Platz in 1st District. I went to this exam. I met somebody from my tribe. Not only somebody from my tribe, somebody that came to me and borrowed money when he was traveling to Africa. He came to me and said, Rodi, please. He wanted to travel, but he had no money. I gave the person reasonable money. Then I had my business. I saw this fellow, at that place. When he saw me, he was like, Not happy seeing me, like, so you know what, so you too want to get taxi shine. Because then if you have taxi shine, that's money. This guy pretended like as if he did not see me. Let's leave it. There is one particular question or subject there. I mean, question, not subject. During the exam, that is the blind plan. And that blind plan, you need to get two. There are 3 questions, and you need to get 2 right to pass. Let me tell you. Let me explain it to you. That blind plan is a whole map of Vienna. A map of Vienna without the streets. I mean, the names of the streets written in it. A whole map of Vienna. They drew only the streets without the names. And you as a taxi driver, you need to study all the streets in Vienna. Vienna has 23 districts. So now, during the exam, you can get any question from any of the districts. You don't know the kind of where your question might come from. So you've got to study the whole district, the whole street. I mean, you study the whole district, and you've got to study all the streets, small streets. That is, you should know where it started and where it ended. You understand me? You've got to know, that blind plan. You've got to know where, when you get a question, they will ask you, that blind plan, they will ask you, which street is this? And they will tell you to mark where a particular street. They will ask you the name of a street and where it started and where it ended. Very tough. Now, the first time I went in for the exam, the person that sat next to me was from my tribe. And that blind plan gave me tough time. So after answering other questions, now that blind plan, because you must pass it, you must get 2 right. Out of the 3 questions, you must get 2 right to proceed. You understand me? Now I called a guy seated next to me. I said, please, boy, do you have an answer to this question? The guy looked at me and did not even respond to me. He did not even answer me. After like 3 minutes or 5 minutes, I called him again. I said, dude, do you have an answer? Do you know about this blind plan? The guy did not even utter a word. He concentrated on his question paper. Did it, he finished it before me, went and submitted his question, his paper, and left. Another time, I met another man from my tribe. The same thing happened. In fact, I failed that exam like 5 times because of that blind. I studied everything, but the question that will come, you don't know where the question might come from. Now listen attentively. I failed first, and you know how it was then. If you fail, you need to pay money to resit the exam. You understand me? If you fail, you need to pay money to resit the exam. I failed the first time, second time, third time, fourth time. Even at a time, my wife and I, with my children, we were all studying the blind map. That was the toughest. The whole map, studying the streets, the names. And during the exam period time, on the exam day, this map, nothing will be written on it. Only lines of the streets. Now, on the 6th or 7th, at a time I became ashamed of myself because others passed and started driving taxi. I became a regular candidate or customer. But I didn't give up. I said, man, if I don't pass this exam, this taxi exam, what then do I want to do? Then I've closed my shops. Now listen, on the fifth or the sixth time, I went in, I studied very well, I went in for the exam. Guess what? The person seated next to me, the person that sat close to me, was a Turkish guy from Turkey, one young boy. So, after answering the other questions, now, that blind plan, to tell you the truth, that was very difficult for me. So, I answered all the other questions, remaining the blind plan, that question. You know, out of 3, you must get 2 right. And that 3, I don't even have an idea. That 3 questions, I'm telling you, I don't have idea what the name of the street. Now, I called this Turkish guy. He's a Muslim from Turkey, had beards like me. I said, hi, brother, kannst du mich helfen? I said, can you help me? I don't know the answer to this question. Guess what? The guy left his, what he was doing. He said, I should wait. He looked at the map, that blind plan. Now he told me the name of the street. No, he told me where the street began and where it ended. He marked it for me. He told me where the street began and where it ended. I asked him, are you sure? He said, Sisha, say 100%. I marked that street. Now, I waited for like 2 minutes. Now, I called him again for the second question. I said, brother, bitte, you broke it down in Hilfe. I need your help because I've finished, answering the other questions. He said, what? I said, the second blind plan. The guy dropped his pen. Now, sat and watched him. He took time to study the plan. Now, he told me where the plan began and where, the second question, where the plan began and where the plan ended. And he told me the name of the street, the 2. On his own, listen attentively, on his own, he studied the 3rd question. He sat because he was seated next to me. He, on his own, studied the 3rd question and told me how to mark it. Say, brother, say this is where the 3rd question began, and this was how the 3rd street began and where it ended. Hold on. I went and submitted my paper. Guess what? Few days after a week or 2 weeks, I got a letter that I passed. Remaining mündliche Prüfung, that is oral Prüfung, oral examination. The person that helped me to pass the taxi exam was from Turkey, a Muslim believer. And that was my first time of meeting that guy. After that day, I did not see the guy again. Listen attentively. Do not forget, I met my tribesmen, 3 of them. I met my tribesmen who sat very close to me on the day of these exams. My tribesmen, we spoke, some of them I came from the same, we speak the same language. They all refused to help me. The person that helped me was a Turkish guy. You see, in life, never you do things based on tribe or hate any, I'm telling you, unless you are not a traveler or you are not experienced in life. Sometimes, as a human being, there are times I have preconceived idea or something like that. I feel like, no, I don't like these people. But when I remember my experiences, When I remember my experiences in life, I don't and will never hate any person based on the person's tribe or country of origin. You understand me? You can lower your voice. You understand me? Based on the person's tribe or country of origin. Now let's go further. After I got my... Now listen. You see this life. The story is too long, but I want to make the story short. After I got my taxi license, I began to drive taxi. I met these guys on the road at our workplace, taxi stand where we gathered to hustle for passengers. But, I forgave them and I overlooked their behaviors. So when I was driving taxi, they come and they tell you, they act as if they are your friends, they are your homies, but these are enemies of progress. These are enemies of progress. So that Turkish guy, after many years, I did not see him. That is, after like 5 years, one day, listen attentively, one day I went to work. I sat in my car waiting for passengers. When passengers weren't forthcoming, I decided to step out of my car. As I stepped out of my car, just to stand up and wait. Esther, I see you. As I stepped out of my car, guess what? The person behind me, the car that was parked behind me, I looked. It was that guy that helped me on that day, during my exam on that day. I went and greeted him. I said, hi, Vigez dear. I said, how are you doing? He did not recognize me. He didn't recognize me. He asked me, where do I know you? I said, think very well. He said he cannot remember. And now I reminded him. I said, did you remember? I said, both of us sat for this taxi something on the same day, that I was the African guy that he helped. Then he hacked back his memory. And then remember, hey, brother, Vigez dear. I said, what do you want to drink? He said he does not want, gentle and good guy. I said, what do you want to drink? I said, let me go and buy you coffee, mineral. What do you want? He said he does not want anything. After I picked my passenger, when it was my turn, I picked my passenger and I drove off. That was the last time I saw him. That guy, that Turkish guy that helped me. Now, you see, in this journey of life, you will meet people who are not from your tribe. Strangers that will be of immense help to you than your family members or your tribe men. I'm telling you, you don't know. You meet people, sometimes the person that gave me money, do you know how much the person gave me that gave me money when I was stranded in Cairo was an European man from Switzerland. He gave me money that I used to travel. That's a white man from Europe. If you see his eyes, blue eyes and blonde. Saw me, asked me what I was doing in Cairo. I explained to him. He gave me money. You see, in life, never you hate anybody based on the person's race or tribe or religion. Now, if I tell you stories, let me go further because this is not even the topic I came out for. But because of the question somebody asked, this is not even the topic I came out for. When I was selling clothes, when I had my boutique here, listen attentively. When I had my boutique. So during Christmas, most times, ending of November, that's when they do what's this celebration? They always have end of November in the USA. Where are these guys? Is it that they eat chicken? They eat turkey. What's this celebration at the ending of November that they eat turkey in the USA? Thanksgiving, thank you. Thanksgiving, not Halloween, Thanksgiving. Usually because each, every I traveled to America most back then, but end of November or November ending, I usually travel to US to go buy clothes. Christmas time, you sell so much. Then, during December, approaching Christmas, you need to have clothes, enough goods in your shop. So then, my first time of traveling to US, one lady, a beautiful lady, I don't need to mention her name, from Burundi. She was a customer of mine. She then brought her son to come, barb his hair in my shop. One lady from Burundi, I don't need to mention her. Do you want me to mention? Very nice. Now, there are angels in human form. There are angels in human form. Listen. So, I just purchased my tickets, was about to move, to travel. This lady came to my shop. As the lady came to my shop, so, I am open. I like telling people I want to travel to US, this. That was my first time. So I told this Burundi lady, I said, I want to travel to US. He said, when he asked me, when am I traveling? I told him, I said, in few days' time. Guess what? This lady, beautiful lady, from Burundi, she asked me, said, do you have where to stay? I said, no, I don't have where to stay. You see me, I don't actually have where to, but I believe when I reach US, I will sort myself out. So this lady asked me, Rodi, do you have where to stay? I said, I don't. Okay, let me tell you, her name is Josephine, very beautiful lady from Burundi. Old schools in Vienna might know her. Her name is Josephine, very nice lady. She asked me, she said, you don't have where to stay in US? I said, no, I don't have. She now, she now gave me a number. Listen attentively. She gave me a number to call in USA. Gave me the name of the person. Said, I should call the person and tell him it was Josephine that sent me. That he should accommodate me. I said, for sure. Now, if you see something, I said, you mean it? He said, if I just call the person and say it was her, the person would accommodate me. The person will accommodate me. After I thanked the lady, beautiful lady, after I gave her drinks, that's why now it is good to be good in life. Good to be good. Now there are good people. So I thanked the lady. When I closed my shop, I called the guy. I said, he picked the telephone, he picked the telephone. I said, I want to come to US and look at the person that gave me your number. I mentioned the name. The guy said, who gave me the number? I mentioned the name. He said to me, I was welcomed. He asked me, when am I coming? He asked. I said, I'll be coming so that he said he was going to take leave from his job. That is, he was going to, stay at home. He wasn't going to go. He said he will not go to work that day. He will stay at home to wait for me. On that day, now story plenty. I boarded my flights, touched down at JFK Airport. Now, so if I give you the story in details, you go carry hand for head. I'm just omitting a lot of events. Omitting a lot of many part of this story. Now, when I arrived the place, when I stopped at JFK, when our flights touched down, I took a taxi. Now, story plenty. I took a taxi. And the taxi and now drove me to the guy's house. By the time I got to the place, the guy was outside waiting for me. Guess, the guy is from Edo State. The guy, I stayed with this guy more than maybe 5, 6, 7 times without collecting any money from me. First, the woman that gave me the contact was from Burundi, another country. The person I stayed with that accommodated me all through I went to US, the person is from Edo State, not from my tribe. And we enjoyed, the time I spent with him, we were like friends. We gisted, we had fun. Do you understand me? Now listen to me. You see, you cannot go about in life hating people unless you've not seen life. You cannot be moving about in life, just moving. You understand me? You are just moving. He said you hate this person. Now, if I give you my story, if I tell you my story, it's not that I'm relaxed. When I was traveling, I met people. If you're a traveler, you don't make enemies. You don't hate any tribe or any religion. If you're a traveler, ojembe enwiro, ojemba enwiro. Also, apart from that, you know what it means? He who travels a lot must not have enemies. And there is also a saying in my language, that's one the number. Yes, you travel to Japan, you meet somebody that will play important role in your life. Somebody that will help you more than members of your family. People you knew in the past did not forget. Forget. All these things you come out online and say you hate this person, now stop it. Stop it. Let me tell you. When I was rolling with my wife, let me give you my gist. When me and my wife, when we were dating, there were some guys that came to me and said, "Nah, you want to marry a Yoruba woman." Say, why should you marry a Yoruba woman? Don't marry a Yoruba woman. Say, our people don't marry. Now look at you. These guys that were saying this thing, I don't know them anywhere. We met here in Vienna. Some of them were my customers. And they were discouraging me. They said, don't marry a Yoruba woman. I did not pay attention to them because I understood myself with my wife then. We had fun. We went, listen, we were having fun. Now, my wife, after work, will come to my shop, we'll blast music, we'll have fun. When it was time, I said, okay, how can I travel to Africa to go marry somebody from my tribe, a stranger, somebody I don't know? Because that person is from my tribe or we speak the same language. And I left many years ago. And just because somebody, somebody is from my tribe or speaks the same language, I should go and begin looking for a woman to marry. Somebody I have no contact, I don't know who she is, just because she is from my tribe. So there was up to 2, 3 people. Many people were like, no, don't. So you want to marry a Yoruba woman? Now, some people have very primitive way of thinking. Some people, they travel that, okay, you that said you are living in another man's land and you are still tribalistic. You are living in another man's land and you hate, now see the discrimination. The country you are living in, is it your father's land? The country you are living in, is it your father's land? If you are so tribalistic, why don't you stay in your father's land? Why don't you stay in your father's land? Now listen, I did not mind them, So I continued to, I was having fun. We were going to clubs. We were young then. When it was time, we got married, started having children. going to 30 years now, we are still together. Now listen, many of the guys that discouraged me, one is still single. Two of them, their marriages have crashed. Some abandoned their so-called tribe women in Africa, and they are here alone. Two, their marriages crashed. One self, now if you hear story. But I'm still with my wife, they wanted to discourage me. One is living somewhere, Innsbruck. One has no wife, no child. Has no wife, has no child. You see, do not allow people to talk you out of your destiny. There are people who are purpose killers. Some people are purpose killers. They will kill your purpose in life, destroy you. When I look back, what if I had listened to them? Don't get me wrong. I'm not discouraging you. See, you can find good woman in your tribe. You can find good woman, good wife, or good husband anywhere. A bad person is a bad person, irrespective of the person's tribe. You can, some people married men or women from their tribe and ended up marrying their enemies. Even there are some men you will marry from your tribe or woman, you'll be saving your life. You'll be fighting for your life. Do you understand what I mean? I'm not telling you lie. You will be fighting for your life. Look at Africa today. Look at Africa, a country like Nigeria. See how they are unaliving themselves because of religion and hatred. Look at Africa, the hatred among themselves. They cannot even function as one. They cannot live together. Now, when I look at Nigeria today, I came out for Nigeria. People are being kidnapped every day. People are dying every day. Now, do you read the news? Now, people are dying every day. People are being kidnapped as we speak. People on the road. Now, Kwara State, the communities now, if you see what is happening, many Yoruba lands, the whole Nigeria, not only Yoruba land, the whole Nigeria, because of religion and tribe differences. This evening, I heard USA has placed a ban on what's it called? People that persecute Christians in Nigeria. Go read your news. Visa ban has been placed on them. They cannot travel to US again. Not only that, you see, as time progresses, their properties will be seized. Their children will be sent back. You see, there are going to be consequences. Yes, I told you guys that US will punish all these persecutors of Christians. You are not able to function as one, to live as one people. You cannot. Hatred. You see, I told you stories now. How somebody will come and say, don't marry this person because he's from Igbo, because he's from Yoruba, because she's from this Hausa, and things like that. And in the end, USA is going to invade Nigeria and fight this. Now, Nigeria has lost it. Oh, where are all those people saying? Where are all those people who were saying, Uncle Dundee, you don't want foreign help. USA should not come help fight terrorists. Where are they? Northern states, many of them, they are on the run. Terrorists, that is, they have sacked villages. Now you don't have much to talk. Because you refused to condemn evil. You allowed evil flourish in your land. You allowed evil to flourish in your land. because of religion. Hey, these are our people. When somebody do bad, when somebody is bad, tell the person that the person is bad. Condemn that act. If you fail to condemn that evil act, that person will continue. And this is what is happening in Nigeria today. The elders, northern elders, did not condemn the act. They allowed it to flourish in their region. I made a video in the past. I said, so, because look at what goes on in northern Nigeria, where you unalive a human being because of religious differences. You say somebody blasphemed. You said a fellow human being, a non-Muslim believer, blasphemed. You said the person spoke against Muhammad. For that reason, it is death penalty. The person will die. Who does that? How can you run a country like that with this kind of religious extremism? How can you run a country like this, where if somebody gives his opinion about your religion, it equals to death? You put religion first before your humanity. Let me put it like this. You put religion first before humanity. While it is supposed to be humanity first before religion, I keep saying it here. Religion is man-made. Human beings created religion. No God created any religion, or not, no one. If God created religion, did he ask you to go start killing human beings? Did he ask you? How can you unalive a human being because you said the person spoke against your prophet or against God? Which God sucks blood? Which God sucks blood? You kill in the name of Allah, in the name of Muhammad. How can you do that? That is bullshit. You don't know when Muhammad lived here on earth. You don't know when Muhammad lived here on earth. Why should you kill somebody because you said the person insulted your prophet? You have blood in your hand. You are a murderer. And you claim to be religious. You are a murderer. And you claim to be religious. You are evil. You see now. You see now, USA now is investigating. Say Nigeria should abolish Sharia law. Go read your news. In a secular country, how can you be practicing Sharia law in a secular country? Go read your news. USA, they said Nigeria should abolish Sharia law. Now, all the things I spoke about in the past is coming to light. If you watch all the things I spoke about in the past, they are all coming to light. It's like USA. No, it's like USA is what is all those people, they are watching my videos, but I don't think so. What is right is right. What is wrong is wrong. All these northern elders, where were they when somebody like Deborah Samuel was burnt, lynched to death? How many of them came out to speak? How many of them condemned that evil act? A student was lynched alive because of her opinion about your religion. You burnt a human being alive. The world saw it. What kind of God are you calling on? What kind of Allah are you calling on? Which Allah approves you unaliving a human being in his name? don't understand. This is why you see the whole Nigerians are on the run. Because many of you at those sides, you failed to condemn evil. See, you're on the road. You cannot travel. Now, guys, people cannot travel now by road. People cannot travel by road now in Nigeria. Go watch videos now. You travel by road, you get kidnapped, and they demand ransom, 100 million. A full bus was stopped by kidnappers, and all the passengers kidnapped. Kidnapped. Why is such going on in Nigeria? Look at many countries. Many countries have stopped their citizens from going to Nigeria. Many want their countries, don't go, don't travel. Because the politicians, the elders failed to speak out, failed to condemn evil because of the tribe of the perpetrators of these evil acts, these atrocities. Now, go read news. It has gone out of hand. That is, even Nigerian governments cannot even control it again. People, they are looking for help. And of course, if America wants, America will turn their eyes away. That is, you say, unalive yourselves. After all, you are black people. Where are those people who are shouting, so Nigeria is a sovereign? Now, if I catch you. How about the people who are saying Nigeria is a sovereign nation? Sovereign nation, that permits you to be kidnapping and killing people. And that thing they said about Christians being persecuted in Nigeria is true. I saw videos of pastors who were kidnapped and unalived. Churches, burnt. Somebody's asking, what about Sudan? I don't know about Sudan. If you want us to discuss about Sudan, I will bring you in, maybe tomorrow morning, and you tell us what's going on in Sudan. Does that mean you need to come up now? Any religion that approves killing human beings is not a good religion. There is no religion that will approve. Now, let me tell you, I'm saying this, my name is Rodi. Any religion that approves you unaliving a fellow human being in the name of any god or any is an evil religion. There is no God that is a blood sucker. I'm not a religious person, but there is no God that is a blood sucker. How can you say if anybody talks bad about your God, that person should be unalived? Which kind of God is that? Which kind of God is that? Come to Europe. Citizens are living freely, no fear. No fear. Now, if you try nonsense abroad, you'll be crushed. You see here, if you try nonsense, here, your own is gone. Now, many years ago, like 6 years ago, there were some young boys. They came here. They wanted to try this kind of Islam terrorism here. All of them were unalived. Police, they were unalived instantly. It happened in Sweden Plus. This one is, none escaped. None escaped. Even people that even had contact are still in prison. Ordinary telephone calls, many of them, ordinary friends are in prison. Communication with them, you communicated, you go answer questions. You stay in prison till you. 3 were unalived instantly. No nonsense. That's a message. Say if you try. This one, you are negotiating with terrorists, giving them amnesty, recruiting them into Nigerian military. And you expect security to be. Now, what are you talking? What are you talking, self? Here, you see, there were some young boys. Let me, like I told you, people that communicated them, email, telephone call, all of them were arrested. All of them. In Africa, you go negotiate with a terrorist. You go have hold meeting. There was a terrorist who unalived, what is it? Commissioner of Police, Assistant Commissioner of Police. A terrorist unalived in Nigeria killed Assistant Commissioner of Police, wore his uniform and went for press conference, negotiation, to go negotiate with the uniform of the Assistant Commissioner of Police that he unalived. What a country. What a country. See how they unalived. What is the name? This military, what is the name? What's the rank of that military man that they shot? What's the rank? Uba, yes, brigadier. See how they unalived that man. See how they, a whole brigadier. What a country. What a country. A country where you may lose your life anytime. A country where you may lose. You say we shouldn't talk. How can you? A country where you negotiate with terrorists. Look at where it has led you now. Look at where the country is. You shield criminals. You protect terrorists. And you expect the country to function fine. Man, you see white people. I saw some Northerners say, some Northerners now calling for America, say white people should come and recolonize Nigeria. I said, now you know. I thought you guys were saying Uncle Rodi. Now you are calling for help. You are saying, now the same thing I've been saying. Now they say white people should come and recolonize Nigeria. Wickedness. Evil. You don't want, how can you run a functional country with evil hearts? Religious bigots, tribal bigots are in power. You expect everybody's on the run. You're on the run. Why are you running? Whatever you reap is what you are going to sow. Whatever you sow is what you are going to reap. A shame. Now they are comparing Nigeria to Afghanistan, Sudan. Now look at how they are rating the country. Look at how they are rating the country. They see Nigeria now as a terrorist den. Shameless people. What do you want to achieve? Don't you know that the image of your country, that is, if you know, is money. If the image you have, that is, for people to hear that your country is at peace. How do I explain it now? If you have security in your country, you know what? You make money. If your country is at peace, you make money. If you do not know, let me tell you. How you make money is, tourists will be trooping inside your country. If you know the amount of money Nigeria is losing because of this insecurity, these people you have as leaders, they don't have brain. Look at what somebody is saying. Look, man, look at the mentality of people you share country with. Did you see that? Look, man, look at a comment somebody made. He said, Nigeria belongs to them Muslim. Look at. You see the mentality. You see what a human being came out to talk. These are people who want to set the country ablaze. Now see the comment. You see the mindset. And when you check this person that made this comment, that he's hiding, he has no profile picture. When you check this person, that made this comment. He's a foreigner, he's a settler. Do you want me to educate you about the history of Nigeria? Do you know who amalgamated Nigeria? It was a white man that amalgamated Nigeria, that brought Nigeria together. Look at you. You are not intelligent. You are not. Because you don't know. There are indigenous Nigerians. There are indigenous Nigerians. People that have been living in Nigeria for thousands of years before white men came. You have no knowledge. Where do you come from? Don't you know that Islam arrived in Nigeria in 1804? Islam arrived in Nigeria. Islam is not Nigeria. The Hausas were functioning in Nigeria and other ethnic groups before Ottoman Danfodo brought Islam to Nigeria. You have no wisdom. This because you are illiterate. You did not go to school. You were brainwashed. You were brainwashed. When did Fulanis come to Nigeria? Fulanis are not indigenous Nigerians. See what he's talking about. Guys, did you see what this person is talking? He said, they Muslims are controlling Nigeria. Look at it. That is why Nigeria is not moving forward. You are proud to say you are a Muslim. You are controlling Nigeria. Look at this. Look at how Nigeria is today. Shame of a nation. Look at what, even somebody like you is not supposed to be here because you are ignorant. You derive joy in backwardness. You are not exposed. You derive joy in backwardness. You see the kind of person that people are sharing country with. You see your mentality. You see your mentality. You don't, this is why Nigeria, okay, where you say you are controlling Nigeria, where is Nigeria today? What is the situation of Nigeria today? You said you are controlling Nigeria. What have you been able to do right in governance? I'm asking you. Look at the image of Nigeria. What have you been able to do right in governance? You cannot answer it. Look at what you see. You want to run Nigeria based on religion. Who is see the mentality. Listen. Go back in history and read how Rwanda genocide began. What caused it? Do you understand me? I'm not going to, people say that I shouldn't talk to you anymore. You are so ignorant and your level of thinking is too low. You are too backward. You are not supposed to be here. You are not supposed to mingle with civilized people. And for this reason, you are too backward. I'm going to block you now. I'm going to block you now from this platform. You are not supposed to be here. So, for this reason, you are gone. You are gone. Don't come here again. You have been blocked. You go to where people like you are. Do you understand me? You've been blocked. You go to where people like you are because you are primitive. Barbara, I see you. So guys, with this, I want to bring this program to an end. That's it. The program. Yes, I have to block him. He is not supposed. I blocked him because he's not supposed to be among civilized people. He, with this backward mentality, he's not supposed to be here. Yes, I don't want to have. I'm not looking. I don't want to have people like that here. I don't want to have people like that here. Backward mentality. People that haven't even traveled out of their village. They have not seen light. People that look at what's going on in Nigeria, kidnapping, unaliving people, murdering people. See the mentality. Your intention is to control, to dominate, to annex people's land until it explodes. This thing they are doing until one day the thing will explode. The best thing is they look for a way to, you see the mentality. See the mentality of the people. You don't want to live in peace with your neighbors. You don't want to live in peace with your neighbors. See how they are sacking villages. Everywhere. They are sacking villages, people, murdering people. That's now if you know what. So you are saying you are in control. Say Muslims are in control of Nigeria. Is this how to control a country? Look at the country they say they are controlling. See, this man has the guts to say they are controlling Nigeria. Look at the country they say they are controlling. Look at the situation of the country they say they are controlling. So, well, guys, I encourage you. What is civilization? What is being civilized? Being civilized is you living in peace with your neighbors. Tolerance. There is religious, you see the mentality of this man who this person that came here now, he did not go to school. You see that religious intolerance America is talking about. You see that religious intolerance. He came on a social media platform saying Muslims are controlling Nigeria. You see the agenda. You see how proud he is to come on social media platform and say Muslims are the ones controlling Nigeria. So what are they doing now? Look at the situation. Well, this is not a religious platform. He said, this is what he said. That is a lie. That is a lie. Ophelia Venn, I see you. Ophelia Venn, I see you. Well, in the first place, I live abroad. And my own is to open your eyes. Civilization is, our living as a civilized people is, being able to live with your neighbors. Love your neighbor as yourself. Show love. That is what this is what I believe this is what religion should be about. Well, guys, let me end this program here. What a lot of Nigerians, especially people that lives in northern Nigeria, what they need is exposure and education. Exposure and education. That's what they need. Imagine coming to a social platform like this and you failed to listen attentively, to gain wisdom here, to see how others are living. Yes, you go to foreign countries, go to Japan, come to Europe, go to US, go to Canada and see how people are living with others. I see many Muslims saying they are going to control Europe, they are going to control America, they will dominate, they will rule America, they will... Look at your mentality. You will go to another person's land as a refugee, as an immigrant, and you say Muslim will rule America, Muslim will rule Canada, Muslim will rule Russia. See your mentality. You don't want to live in peace with others. You went to somebody's land as a settler, as an immigrant, and you want to take over the person's land. You don't care about... Look at the mentality. What you care about is to dominate, to rule, to annex. And tomorrow night you tell us it's a religion of peace. Look at what somebody came. And you are talking about, you see the Igbos, the Yorubas, other tribes, Hausas, that have been living in Nigeria for thousands of years. You come to say Nigeria belongs to you. That comment alone, if you have your profile picture in certain countries, you will be arrested and thrown into jail. You'll be arrested and thrown into jail. So, well, guys, I want to bring this program to an end. Well, my name still remains Rodi. My own is, I'm not a religious person, but humanity should come first. Humanity should come first before tribe and religion. Yes. I cannot have a neighbor who I'm not comfortable with. That is, you go to bed one night, they come and invade, they attack your house, burn your houses, kill people. Now look at my... I need to end the broadcast because my internet is no longer stable. So guys, take care of yourselves. Tomorrow we continue. So, we continue tomorrow. Somebody said the craziest thing is people don't care to like the video. They will not like it. So black people are jealous and envious. They will not like it. Even as I'm speaking now, many of them are waiting. Some are recording they are recording my program. They are recording my program to see if I will speak anything bad. And they will not fight. They don't see the terrorists that are killing people. They don't see the people that are kidnapping people. They are here watching what I will say. This is the mentality of black people. Their own is, they are here listening. Most of the people that are watching, you see them. Nobody is liking, nobody is sharing. This is the typical mentality of black people. Fear. The problem of the black race is fear. Yes. You hide fear. The place all of us that is, okay, now you see my face. The place you are running to, Abudo Yubo, all the Europe, people built it. Human beings like you organized it. Human beings like you organize all these countries you run to as refugees. You are there, you are running away from your villages. You fear, you are running. They are coming, they are sacking your villages. You are running, calling God, calling everybody. Okay, look at your village. Fear. They will say, now even you that said they are not sharing, they will not share the thing. You think they will share? Share, they will not share. Oh yeah? Share the video, they will not share. Use your mouth and speak, they will not speak. The black man, his own is eat fufu and sleep with women. Have a girlfriend. The black race, eat fufu, eat food finish, and sleep with woman. They don't think about the future. Finish. Even sometimes, even they will be there, their villages are deserted. Their villages are empty. They will not speak. Fear. After you come out and tell us you are a strong man, you are this, you are that. You belong to this, you belong. Ordinary talk, you can't speak. You can't speak up or speak out. You say you are a strong man. Fear did not allow you to speak, to condemn if you are afraid of going to prison. Well, guys, I want to end this video. You get the gist now? I want to end this video here. Even that reminds me, all the whole cult groups in Nigeria, they say you belong to this. Where are they? You are running away from Fulani herdsmen. All the whole cult groups are running away from Fulani militias. All of them. You come on social media, you'll be making noise. You come on social media, you will not allow people to rest. But look at, when you say you stand against oppression, look at now, they are oppressing you, you are running. You stand against, they are oppressing you, you are all on the run. Strong man. See you are running from Fulani herdsmen. You say you are a cultist, you are a strong man. When it comes to the weak and vulnerable, you start showing your power. Now that you are supposed to come and defend and stand against oppression, you cannot. Your own is to go and look for who to honor life, the weak and the vulnerable. Well, guys, let me end this video. Tomorrow night, if you go to social media, you'll be making noise. You go to social media, you'll be making, say you are this man, you are this, you are this, you are this. All of you are on the run. We did not see any of your action. None of your action. Now you are not able to defend your villages here. Even some of you, that they are kidnapping yourself. Tomorrow we continue with this program. Tomorrow you come out now and begin to disturb us, say you are this, you are that. Tomorrow you come out and tell us you belong to this, you are this, you are this, you are that. So guys, I want to say good night to everybody.